One of the criminals that hanged there kept deriding him, saying, "Are you not the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But the other rebuked him, saying, "Do you not fear God, since we are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed have been condemned justly, for we are getting what we deserved for our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." He replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise."
The first thief, the one that attacked Jesus, is like the others in our previous reading, picking on Jesus because he's not that warrior Messiah that everyone expected. Even Peter, when he said, "Don't go to Jerusalem if you're going to die," because Jesus just predicted he would go to Jerusalem to die. You know, we just sang in our choir piece, we believe in God who has never lost a battle. That needs to be spiritually perceived, not literally. Because Jesus, to all extents and purposes, looked like he was losing this battle on the cross. But the second thief knew the bigger battle that Jesus was winning by being the perfect Lamb of God, whose death, just like the lamb at Passover, would be a saving death, saving other people around that sacrificial lamb. And, you know, as he made this final statement to Jesus, he showed such utter faith in Jesus. "When you come into your kingdom, remember me." And Jesus immediately responded, Today you will be with me in paradise." I grew up believing that paradise was the exact same thing as what we called heaven at a funeral. And in a way it is. But in a way it isn't. Paradise is one point, a very important point on our way to eternal salvation. When Jesus comes again, our bodies, which are in the ground, will be transmogrified into resurrection bodies and unite with the souls that were with God in paradise. So paradise is the meantime for our souls before Jesus comes again. Today, Jesus says, today this will happen. Imagine that. Jesus died just before sundown. He was placed in the tomb. His body remained in that tomb for 3 days. Yet he said today, because there's a whole lot going on in those 3 days spiritually that Jesus later told Peter about, who put it in the first of Peter's letters, 1 Peter, that not only did Jesus take this gentleman to paradise, maybe just before that, he went down to Hades, also a temporary place. And as 1 Peter, we read twice, Jesus preached to those who were in Hades, not hell, Hades. And the implication is that some believed Jesus and went with him, along with the man beside him on the cross, to paradise. A whole lot going on in these 3 days before the disciples saw him alive and Mary Magdalene saw him alive. It was both a spiritual and a physical death, and yet it was for our salvation, and the battle was won.